Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going today?
Morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, associates.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
Very good. Very well.
Good.
I called this meeting together today to discuss buying Martin & Shaft. Martin & Shaft is a pull wire ignition manufacturer, and we need a few teams to do an analysis of whether or not to buy the company. We need an operational team to measure the efficiency that we would have buying the firm. We need a sales and marketing team to analyze the product mix and the projected sales. And we need a legal team to discuss the logistics of purchasing the firm. And we also need a financial team to discuss the cost, the profit, and the growth of Martin & Shaft. We need to ensure that there will be a sustainable profit made and make sure that buying this company will be a good decision.
I'm the financial team leader, and I am in charge of analyzing the cost structure as well as the margin projected sales and financial impact it has upon the organization. To accomplish this, my team has looked into the cash flows of the Martin & Shaft organization. Additionally, we have observed the benefits that employees are currently enjoying and discussed what we may be able to offer them that we can maintain the cost model.
Well, I'm head of the legal team. And regarding the acquisition of Martin & Shaft, we analyzed the deal structures most advantageous for Orion. We looked at questions of environmental liability for current Martin & Shaft operations and ways to go through with the purchase while minimizing the tax consequences. Pretty much from a legal perspective, I think this is a good deal.
As head of the operational team, I'm in charge of analyzing equipment, reviewing manufacturing operation, interviewing the workforce and production supervisors, looking at their production planning tools, and determining how easily we could run their business and move their business to our plant.
I'm the head of sales and marketing, and in our analysis, we looked at customer lists and relationships, price points of the products sold, competitive products, and the customer service of Martin & Shaft. In general, we thought it was a good investment.
So, in conclusion, it seems that buying Martin & Shaft will add value to the firm. We now need to make a formal proposal to the board of directors and present it. Good work, everyone. Thank you. Have a good day.
After 7 months of researching and analyzing Martin & Shaft, Mr. McLaughlin and his employees have reached the decision to move forward with the purchase of the company. And then soon afterward, they proposed it in front of the board of directors. He made the most appropriate action in choosing to incorporate all of his employees and to form essential teams to conclude the decision of whether or not to purchase the company. He utilized his democratic style of leadership in deciding that teamwork was very key in making this critical decision. Acquisition decisions take time and need to cover all aspects in order to conclude a final decision. He strongly values his employees, which is why he included them in this case. He knew that their specialized knowledge was very important in this situation, and he went above and beyond what it takes to be an exceptional manager.
Hey, Bob.
Mr. McLaughlin, I have a quick question for you. John's been a little bit late to work recently, a little bit tardy, and I know we have a policy. He's a really good family friend and he has a stressful job, so can you let the policy slip this once?
Well, we need to stick to our policies. I'll talk to the human resources manager and see what he has to say. I'll
Okay.
get back to you.
Thanks. Mr. McLaughlin, I was wondering if there's any progress on the situation we talked about earlier.
Okay, Bob, come on in, and I'll call the human resources manager. Hello, this is Jay McLaughlin speaking. I need to speak with you in regards to a worker-breaking policy. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. Hey, man. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Good.
So what's the situation?
Well, I've worked with John for a long time, and he has a very stressful job, but he's been a family friend, and he's been late A few times, but we were wondering what the policy is because we think we should cut him some slack since he does have such a hard job, but he's been doing really well for the company.
Well, how long has he been late? How many times?
Like 8?
Well, our policy is that if you miss 1 or 2 days, you go to level 1 for disciplinary action, and that's a written warning. But if you're late more than that many times, it's a suspension for 5 days. So that's the policy.
Yeah, well, we need to go by the policy. The rules need to be enforced equally for all, or else they'll lose their credibility and meaning. So I think we should go ahead and go through with this suspension.
Okay, I'll let John know.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
A few weeks ago, a supervisor informed Mr. McLaughlin that an employee who was tardy for work several days was going to be suspended. She wanted to contact him to be sure that the suspension was acceptable. To Mr. McLaughlin, this was a black and white issue. He claimed that the company has policies, and if they are violated by an employee, the individual must accept the documented consequences. Even though it was explained that this particular employee has many great qualities, works hard, and is a friend of the supervisor, Mr. McLaughlin was very emphatic that the company has policies that need to be enforced equally for all. Otherwise, the policies will lose credibility and meaning. This social contract shows that Mr. McLaughlin does not discriminate his employees and truly instills equal treatment for everyone. In turn, a quality workforce is attracted and maintained. This created a reliable workforce as well, since employees become aware that these policies are by the book and will always be enforced. By meeting with the human resource manager as well as the supervisor, Mr. McLaughlin illustrates his use of constructive feedback. His face-to-face meeting also showed great channel richness. Mr. McLaughlin does an exceptional job managing human resources of Orion.
Jay McLaughlin considers his organization a hybrid design. He recognizes a tops-down as well as a dotted line reporting system. The dotted line system refers to the connection between different departments within the organization, and the tops-down aspect relates to the traditional manager-to-employee relationship. Some confusion with the dotted line system is noticed when employees have trouble recognizing their direct boss, which creates communication issues. Mr. McLaughlin realizes that the day-to-day activities of managing can be very consuming, but he constantly reminds the company to look at long-term planning frequently. By acknowledging the long-term planning aspect, the company can continue to adapt to changing markets and continue to excel within their desired markets.
In conclusion, managers play many roles within the company. Decision-making is a key component to their role because it maintains a certain level of credibility within the firm. There are many different ways to make decisions, and Mr. McLaughlin is always working to benefit his company.